hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's me. I'm back. There we go. Hey, Needle Mouse. I don't know if this is still popular now, nowadays, but I thought we stopped calling things like is gay, unless we were like saying that this thing is homosexual. I thought that was like an early 2000s where an early 2000s thing where saying something is gay was used as a pejorative. But we've kind of moved past that. Unless you're saying that your project is happy. Of course, that's kind of a as the kids say nowadays, it's kind of sus. Alright. Anyways. Hello, it's me. We're looking at your repository. Sussy balls? Alright, see, that's that's okay. You can say that. You can't say something is gay. That'll get you canceled. I don't want to get canceled. Reread it. I was using a tutorial. Oh, a YouTube tutorial, no less. Oh, very good. It's just the... it's just this thing. You're using a .env. Do you have an env? My token, though? Do you have a token? Should I not be looking at this? I guess Node.js doesn't have the ability to just read from your environment, so that's why you need .env. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, okay. There's your .env. I don't know, I don't write too much Node.js anymore. Node.js. Kinda stinky. Kinda stinky. Not my my first choice, but it's not a bad choice. You know, you compare the ease of writing this to whatever the heck I wrote. Which is FPBot, written in Golang. I say yours is a lot simpler. Whereas if you go to mine, well, don't look at this. This is just the main function. If you go to, it's one of these. Is this it? No. I mean, this is a shim. Where was it? Here's a Discord it. Yeah, there it is, Discord bot. Oh baby, look how complicated this gets. Whereas this is pretty nice. Because JavaScript is just really easy. It does a lot of things for you. Add some commands and stuff later, I just need to rewrite stuff. What is there to rewrite? That's pretty much like, that's pretty much it, right? I mean, even my thing almost works like that. Kind of. I need to remember where everything is. Is it here? I was also rewriting this, but I don't remember how it works. Oh yeah, everything here just works on slash commands now. Okay, I remember. Yeah, interaction commands. Whereas this one's pretty easy. You just like write, you know, when your client receives this callback, then you have a message and then you just check the message. Yeah, well, I copy and pasted. Well, you're not really rewriting anything then, right? Then you're just writing for the first time. Yeah, I get it. I think a good first start for something like this would be to extend this stuff. So you would have like, how does it go in JavaScript? Is it like this or is it elif? No, it's else if. Oh, and JavaScript also kind of follows Java syntax, if I remember correctly. So you do something like message content equals like some other command, then you can do something more complicated, like, you know, get stats, something like that. That could be pretty cool. And then you could have like a stats list or like a stats counter. So I'm pretty sure in JavaScript you can do, assuming this is Node and you're using a very recent version of JavaScript, you should be like, I don't know, you could do something like counter is equal to 0. Or and then you'll do like count up, something like that, and then counter plus, you can do counter plus plus in JavaScript, right? And then else if message content get counter, you'll just return it. I realize I'm like just giving you this stuff, but like it's just an example. How do you post numbers in JavaScript? I don't think you can just do this, right? Maybe you can. Something like that. And then you just kind of keep building off of that idea of just adding more and more garbage to it. But then you learn more and more, etc., etc. Something like that. I'm not actually going to submit this change to your repo though. You don't need to change anything. I think that like this actually looks pretty good already, because it's like super minimal. So there's nothing to rewrite, I guess. And that's kind of my point. Right, this is already pretty ideal. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to work on a little project in Godot 4. Look at that. When I heard it was first called Mocha, I thought it fitted it more. Mocha. What is Mocha? That was too sexy hot at the time. JavaScript? Was JavaScript ever called Mocha? I actually don't know. I thought JavaScript nowadays is usually referred to as ECMAScript, ECMA. I don't know. Maybe it was called Mocha. I have no idea. JScript? ECMA? Yeah, ECMA. Mocha. Where does Mocha come from? I don't see Mocha on the wiki. Seems a bit sus. Like it was just marketed as JavaScript, but it was actually called ECMAScript. Ligma. Nice. You got me. Anyways, here it is. Here's Godot 4. It looks pretty ugly right now. Mostly because, I don't know. I don't really have anything to put in it. Oh, look at that. How fancy. We can go back to it. Wow. It looks about the same. Oh. It looks about the same as Godot 3, except there's volumetric fog that I'm not really using. But where it was another language that was called Mocha. Looks nice. Oh, thank you, thank you. I've done the bare minimum, as is the huge for a lot of things I do. Mocha language. Not familiar with Mocha. Article here explains JavaScript once being called Mocha. What is that link? I don't know. JavaScript Mocha. Yeah, no, there's Mocha, right? Which looks like a test framework. Yeah. No, I don't see anything. Oh, hello. Fern Live. Are you related to the Fern that was on Discord at some point? Look at this. This is technically, or this is not technically Godot 4. This is Godot 4. Look at that. Not too hard. Also a bit weird. I'm kind of looking at my OBS preview window. I can see my my little mouse overlay sometimes move in the middle. Interesting. But yeah. Godot 4, pretty sick. I do sometimes just get like a million errors. Presumably because of like some Vulkan processes. Oh, hello. Nice. Sick. See, I remember things sometimes. Yeah, I was reading up on whatchamacallit? I guess the further expand on why I was doing looking into spout and all that. By the way, talking about the spout stuff, check this out. Look at that. Did I mention it in Discord? I might not have, but anyways, look at that. I don't know if anyone's really into like using Godot for media applications, but I did finally get this working. It's pretty tough considering that most people or I guess most of the development work on Godot has been on Godot 4, but I needed to hook into Godot 3's renderer, so I just had no idea what I was doing. So this is what I came up with. Here's the patch. In theory, it should work, and it does work. I do not guarantee that everything will not blow up though, because it is just using like a raw. It's like it uses a little bit of pointer magic to send things over your GPU to other spout applications. Yeah, asked in the Discord, Godot Discord twice. Contemplated going onto the Godot Rocket chat to hopefully get some answers. But you know, just poke around enough. Hopefully don't seg faults. Eventually figured it out. I need to fix this, although it's kind of nice. It's nice in like a dusk kind of way, in that you can, I guess, do a flip, I guess. It's a bit weird. I wonder though, one, does the debugger work? It seems to. Let's see. Let's take a look at the rotation. Which one of these rotates? Is it you? Do you rotate? You do rotate. So if I just keep spinning, does it like overflow at any point? Oh no, this is the yaw. Basically came across this channel because I'm trying to set up VTuber software myself. Nice. I'm probably gonna use it as inspiration for my own stuff. Nice. Yeah, feel free. Godot 3 is probably not the greatest solution, which is why I'm excited for Godot 4 to come out, since there are several bugs related to 3D rendering that make it infeasible for like very complicated models. Get that. All right. Why did I full screen this? I don't remember why. I needed to look at the rotation. Oh, the rotation resets itself automatically. Nice. So you could just like spin out of control for however long you want. It's a bit disorienting though to be upside down. It's after a month of no completed drawings for 2022, I can actually do thin lines. Let's take a look. All right, it's not lewd. Very cool, very cool. I like I'm assuming that's like a Toho at the very bottom. Yeah. I like it, I think. I don't really know how to judge art other than like, nice. You know, art for me is either like, that's sick, or that's like, or it's like, oh. Or yeah, it's basically like, no opinion, or dislike. You know, I like it. Oh, that's your cursor. Yeah. Friend, if you need any like tips or whatever, I'm happy to answer any questions. Or if you don't need tips, you know, that's also cool. Let's see, what do I want to do for this? Let's create just a very basic flashlight. Because well, before we make the flashlight, let's add some Just random objects, I suppose. So node 3D. Thanks. No problem. No problem. Although I do understand the appeal of wanting to do everything yourself as well. That's what I did. I was like, yeah, I could look at other people's implementations, but you know it would be a lot cooler if I just made my own based off of nothing at all. Well, let me tell you, it was very painful. Alright, do CSG meshes work in Godot? Actually not sure. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I know that there's one thing that will 100% cause a crash, which is if I have this open, right? And then I minimize the main window, it's going to crash Godot 4, and hopefully it won't crash my main instance or all the Godot instances. But I'm not going to try that out. Just got to be very careful not to do anything that would just absolutely break my stuff. So want to dabble in leap motion for Godot. That's something people have been requesting for me as well. Although I, one, don't have a leap motion, and two, have only like a passing interest in. I think it'd be cool to get leap motion support so that I can do, or I guess I can, at least I can play with models like this. All right, I play with models probably sounds not great. Oh geez. There we go, just unbreak their hair. Play with models, probably not the right word, but like work with models like this so I can actually use the hands. Because OpenCFace, the easiest one to integrate with, because one, it's open source, and two, just requires a UDP receiver. Let's see, let's turn on math tracking as well. Although my math tracking implementation is pretty scuffed. I need to work on it. There's a lot of things that need to be done. There's a lot of scuff. Because this project was also the first project where I actually worked with like 3D stuff. I don't usually do 3D. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot for sure. Was it useful? I don't know, but you know, you live and learn, maybe. Perhaps. Don't know. Hold on. Isn't it? This one's the scale. This one's the scale. Then this one is using the same mesh, so we don't want that. Let's make it a new box mesh, I guess. Ooh. That doesn't seem right. No, that's right. Okay. So this is using a CSG mesh, which means it makes it really easy to just build geometry on the fly, although it doesn't really seem to be working. No. Isn't this supposed to be subtraction? So we're not supposed to be able to see. Oh, okay, there we go. It just wasn't big enough, I guess. Because I'm bad. That was weird. Okay. Oh? What? Okay. So we do that, then we should have some geometry. There won't be any mesh associated with it, or there won't be any collision associated with it, but you'll start to get a feel for like the lighting. I'm not sure if this is good lighting or not. I think it makes sense because I just kind of have like a very bright light straight up in the sky. Ooh. So that's okay. I think the view distance is a bit scuffed as well. Or the draw distance, if you will. Because looking like this. Well, no, like this doesn't feel like it's this close to be able to clip into the gun. But I don't know. Maybe it is. So then we can start messing with it. So we'll add like a collision body or collision shape. Collision shape 3D. This will just be I don't know, like a big box. Box shape. Where is the box? Oh, did it automatically? Oh, that's cool. Neat. And then if I were to scale this up and just make it like a bit bigger or a bit smaller, why not? We can make it a bit smaller. Squish everything. Not the greatest plan of all time. But now it's like a weird bench. So now, oh yeah, now we're just standing on top of it. Cool. That doesn't look too bad, considering that there's only one light in the scene. So if I put more lights into this, it should look better, I think. We're just kind of spitballing here. Oh, we'll call this bench. Should I gotta go? Hey, thanks for popping in anyways. Take it easy. Really just messing around anyways. Followed the oh baby, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Anything to boost my metrics. Because better metrics mean more people hopefully looking at my projects. And thus boosting the amounts of engagement I get on my GitHub repositories. Which is all I'm in it for, baby. Yeah. There's the Discord bot. I wrote that, or the Discord / Twitch bot. So they're actually linked together somewhat. I think I broke some parts of it though. I don't remember. I think there's like a Discord command that lets you send Twitch chat messages for no reason. As with a lot of things I do, I just kind of do things because I thought it'd be cool. So, you know, don't think about it too hard. I don't really have great reasoning for a lot of stuff. Other than, that's neat. Which really, you know, don't really need a better answer than that. I thought it'd be cool. And it was. Alright. So just duplicate this, move it over here. It doesn't, the lines don't need to be perfect. Duplicate this. And we'll very slowly just reparent all of these eventually. Although I think this one will need to have like a somewhat fancy collision box. So we'll put this in here. This one will be like that. Where is it? I've lost track. Size. There you go. Get smaller. So this will be like the door. I'm just kind of constructing a building on the fly. Now, complex geometry like this can be a little tricky as far as, like, from what I remember. Where this isn't really complex geometry at all, but you would use, like, simple geometry to represent, like, an arch, essentially. So if you were to do, like, static body 3D, then we'll add a collision shape. I think that should be scaled, or is it not? I don't remember. Send it. Was it here that had the collision shape, or was it here? Where was the collision shape? No. I'm not bumping into anything. Still not bumping into anything. I thought I added it. Did I not add the collision shape? Oh no, I didn't. You genius. Okay, actually. Let's change how these work. Let's delete. I know I just spent some time adding all these, but let's change how it works. So we'll just use everything that's of size 1, so I just don't need to think too hard about how they work. Thinking hard about things is for nerds, etc., etc. So I'll make it real big. This is the back. And then before we start messing with other stuff, we'll just call this wall. Static body 3D. Then it needs a collision shape. Here's your box shape. Yeah, there we go. So it's automatically scaled. This is not something that you would want to do in a real program. But if you're just gray boxing, it's okay. So there's your wall. Let's turn it 90 degrees. There we go. Just kind of slide it over. Alright, give that a duplicate. Duplicate. Then one more. Rotate 90 degrees. Slide it forward. Slide it to the left. There we go. And then this is going to be our entrance. So slap a CSG box into here. This one needs to be intersection. I think this one's like ultra big as well. Yeah, okay. It is like a very large lad. Oh, we don't want it to be intersection, subtraction. Sorry. That is weird though. Because it's not using the scale like I thought it would. That's not too hard. Although it is annoying that it's not... Oh, what the heck? It's annoying that it's not like saving my changes. All right. So there's your intersection for your CSG box. This one actually needs a different type of static body 3D as well. Because we kind of need to represent the various wall parts better. So let's go over here and we'll just kind of finagle it into place. Ooh, I moved the wrong thing. The static body will move over here. That's more or less centered. I don't know. Call it good enough. I feel like if I don't do it right, because I think these are all sharing the same shape. Don't know why it keeps resetting my scale though. I would really appreciate it if you don't. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we'll just... I think X is... that's correct. Y needs to be a bit bigger. Z, that's probably okay. Move it over. Just need to eyeball it. Very familiar with this. Probably a better way of generating like convex shapes like this, but whatever works, works, right? Slide this up. Boom. Duplicate, and then this will be on the other side. Looks pretty good. And then we'll create one more. Or we won't create one more, but it will be... So this will be, I guess, like left, right. This will be the top piece. This top piece will need to have a unique... Well, it actually doesn't need to be unique. I don't know why I did that. Because I'm not actually changing the dimensions of the collision shape, right? I'm just messing with the scale, which can be a bit weird. that's okay. Let you clip through a little bit. Have a little bit of overlap. I think that's okay. Yeah. So if you wanted to do something like this, then you just have, yeah, there you go. Not able to move through. Exactly how I drew it up. Hold on. Are we not, am I too tall to move through? Can't really see collision since I don't have the appropriate collision things set up. And then also it's in first person view. Let's see. This thing, I might be too tall. No, I don't think I'm too tall. Yeah. So you should be able to move through here, unless there is just like a... I don't know. We could turn off visible collision shapes and see if that helps. Although... yeah, there is just a collision shape there. I can see it kind of like wrapping around. You can see like our own collision shape. No, I think that's the normal, isn't it? Is this the... isn't that the normal of the collision shape? Can't really see. Yeah, that probably messed something up. So there's that upper collision shape, lower collision shape, other one. There's that collision shape, which is fairly large. Yeah, what is this one? I can kind of see a collision shape here. But my environment settings are like totally messing this up because they're making it hard to see. Control A, please. World environment. All right. So now we'll just make it like extremely hard to see. So new environments. Now it's very ugly. It's what we've always wanted from Godot. All right, so now yes. So these are CSG. No, that's actually not the collision shape, is it? Or are they? Did I accidentally make this like absolutely huge? I might have. What is this one? Oh, these are huge. Why are they so big? What? Okay. You know, that would explain a few things, I guess. What's this one then? This top one is really large as well. Is it you? It is you. Why are you so large? Alright, get rid of this world environment. We'll just keep using the standard one. Which I think looks okay. Maybe. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's add a roof. And then see if we can get some nice lighting. So that's wall 4, or like, I guess that's like entrance, right? Just so I can keep track of all my little objects. So wall 3. Well, let's take the original wall. Boom. This will be the roof. As you can see, like just expertly organized in the worst way possible. Boom, boom, boom. Give this a little rotate. Yeah, that feels right. Just kind of slide it over. It's seamless. Not, but close enough. We're just gray boxing anyways. I should add like the kind of weird texture that you see there to these shapes. But I'm not going to. Although I could. Let's see. This ground shape has this material assigned to it, so we could save this as just assets. Placeholder. This will be like Square, or this is like, yeah, square grid dot material. Yeah. So quick load, square grid dot material, then just assign that same material to everything else. So quick load. Oh, looking good. It's not really how I drew it up, but that's okay. So as long as we just have textures and they're not like ultra ugly. I wonder how do other people usually do I see other projects that they use like a square grid material. Maybe they don't. Oh, you know what they're doing is that they're not like doing the weird like stretch and scale thing that I'm doing. They're actually changing the, well, that's not true. I don't know. How do other people do it? I've never like watched the tutorial on how to do 3D prototyping. All I know is that this is what CSG materials do. And that's pretty much it. Then we just run with it. All right, hold on. Turn off debug shapes. It still seems like really, really bright. What if I took out the sun and then just put a light in here, since the environment that I'm using doesn't have a sun defined? So if I just took out this overhead light, you know, say goodbye. Oh, then it's just kind of menacing, isn't it? It's just kind of menacing. But where's the ambient light coming from? Shouldn't it be like you can't see anything anymore? Or do all of these materials just have their own like emissions? I don't know. Sick draw distance though. I wonder, how do I make it darker? Like there's a, oh, this is sky. Yeah, sky. Yeah. And then there's, I'm using a panorama sky. I remember that. Yeah, and then it's just an image. Yeah. Maybe we can turn off like ambient light, or like just put energy to like 0.3, 0.1. Sky contribution, like almost pretty much nothing. Reflected light, I don't know, from the sky, sure. Auto exposure. I think I have, yeah, I do have SDFGI, but since I'm not using any fancy materials, it doesn't really make a difference. Alright, let's group all of this together. So node 3D. Call this like house, I guess. It's not really much of a house. A hoose, if you will. But that's alright. Drag all of these into here. Yeah, so there's your house. So let's add a, I don't know, a light. An omni light, sure. It's very bright. Ooh, look at that. Actually, with how this looks, this almost reminds me of like Unreal now. Yes, we'll just keep organizing these by nodes. I do find that in 3D it's easier to organize things in nodes, whereas in 2D I feel at least confident enough to just, you know, essentially just freeball it, if you will. Oh, you know what? That definitely makes a difference. Because that looks really bright. And also like super out of place since there's nothing else. I don't know. Seems suitably grim. I wonder, how do I make it darker though? I don't know anything about... Don't know anything about this. So in the environment, I mean, I've already taken out most of the sky. I mean, we can turn off like ambient light entirely. What happens if we just make this like a color? Does it just mean that it's like really bright now, even though that there's no... I don't know. No ambient light at all? No reflected light? I don't know if you want no reflected light though. You could turn down exposure and turn down white. I thought I turned down white, but now it's like super duper bright. Is that how that works? I'm unsure. One part where my knowledge is lacking, for sure. Oh, well, now that I turned up the exposure, now it's really bright. Okay, so that checks out with what I was expecting. So I guess you just can't set exposure to none. Otherwise it'll be extraordinarily bright. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now it's like someone turned off the lights. But they turned off all the lights. Like now this is also like not a harsh white. Now it's like gray. Yeah, that's probably not what you want, huh? Yeah, that seems like one of the options you really shouldn't mess with too much unless you know what you're doing. What's auto exposure? I have no idea. Let's send it. It's very bright. And also, let's set this to just auto full screen, since I more or less am just auto full screening it anyways. Oh geez. Full screen, sure. Send me. That doesn't look full screen. That doesn't look full screen, but maybe I'm wrong. It's a bit disconcerting though. Is that not full screen? Shouldn't, when you go full screen, it should like wiggle itself out to like, stretch itself out to the, oh geez. It should stretch itself out to what your screen size is, or no? Is that not how that works? Like aspect ratio, is it because of the aspect ratio thing? No. Resizable. Full screen. Could just do this in via code, right? So in App Manager, we can look for what's the command? It should be the same command, I think. Oh no, actually no, didn't it change? Yeah, so now there's a window. It used to be in, I think, OS, but it probably changed over to window. I remember that being one of the big changes. So let's see. I mean, that's the window. Is it still an OS then? Like the screen size? That's what I want. Connected MIDI inputs. Interesting. So now you have more options to, I guess, hook into things, I guess, in Godot. So that seems neat. Let's see. Sorry, I was checking on my Reddit post. That appears to have died in new. The little plugin, or I guess not the plugin, but the engine module I wrote. It's a bit too niche. It's one of those things where I write things that like only like very, very few people would ever find useful, but I think the people that find them useful find them very useful. So, what a hard life. Although I do acknowledge it's one of those things I brought on myself, right? Or I bring on myself because I don't know, it's just something that I don't feel the need, or it's not that I don't feel the need, but it's more that like I don't want to try to compete with other stuff, or I guess other people who are just generally better at programming than me. So I tend to lean towards the weird and the odd. Let's see. No, this is engine. That looks right. Where you save the text message. Oh, okay. It's my dad. Let's respond with an okay. A classic response. How do you get the max screen size in the latest Godot? So in like Godot 3, I thought it was an OS, but maybe I'm misremembering. So Godot, get max, I guess get screen size, sure. How to get the screen dimensions in GD script. So it's in, that's the viewport. Yeah, it's OS get Windows size. But no, that's the viewport still. Yeah. Get screen size. Get screen size. Alright. Get screen size. Ooh. I thought that was it. Is it not that anymore? So like this display server seems new. Screen count, yeah. Get window list, yeah. Screen, oh, okay, cool. Screen dot get, but you need to know what the current screen is. Because I have more than one screen. I actually have 4 plugged in right now. How do you get the current screen then? So this is get screen count, yeah. This is screen get size. How do I get the current screen? Like I'm pretty sure this is my, my main screen, sure. Window, get current screen, yeah. Window.get current screen, and then we'll want to get the screen size. Just an absolutely like roundabout way of doing it. I suppose it makes sense. So window, all right, so this is display server, window.get current screen, and then we'll feed that into display server once again. Display server. So it's screen get size. Yeah, and then we need this. If I pass in -1, what's gonna happen? Like I don't want this crashing on me because whenever Godot crashes, it tends to take down my stream as well. So I'd rather not have that happen. Although, whatever happens, I suppose. Servers. So we're looking at display server. So that should be correct. And then we're looking for screen.getSize. Screen get size. Okay. It's not defined here. That's good. There must be another display server. Oh, this is one of those things that Oh, and I also saw, by the way, it has a default value. Screen of main window. I'm not sure where this comes from though. Bind constant, so that's probably in DisplayServer. But I do remember when I was patching Godot itself to add support for just getting the frame buffer objects from the what's it called, the render server. I feel like I remember that also used a similar thing of like basically like a dependency injection but in C++, which is very scary to me. I absolutely hate dependency injection. I don't absolutely hate it, but it makes things kind of hard. It makes things kind of hard. Because actually, I'm right now not sure where this comes from. So this is the definition of DisplayServer, right? So what does this inherit? Okay. It inherits from objects. And then presumably this has some injections. DisplayServer, texture, server, headless. And then this only has, is it an OSH then? Interesting. Interesting. Anyways, I guess I don't need to get CurrentScreen. We can just do this, although that's not really portable to other things, but we'll do. To do this not be portable. If not running on main screen. So, for now, let's just print it out and see what happens. Oh geez, I don't think that's correct. Although that, oh no, actually, how big is this screen? Like my current monitor has a 4K resolution, so I don't think that's incorrect. It might be though. So then what we're doing, or what we want to do, is do like window. How do I get the current window? Is there like a get window function? Get window at screen position? I don't know. How do I get the window? Inherits viewport? Oh, does viewport have a window? Is that it? Window. No. I'm not sure. How do I get the current window? Like, all I want to do... Yeah, okay. Here's window. Set max size. I guess we do need to get the... We should get the current screen, and then we can do some more DisplayServer stuff with it. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of that. But we do need to store it, I think. So window get current screen. We'll grab that. Var current screen. I believe that's an int. Right. So then we'll do current screen, whatever. But then we also need to do display server window get set size vector to window ID. Yes. Wait. No. How do I get the... This gets me my screen. How do I get the window? Window gets current screen for the window ID. Sure. How do I just get the window though? It's like global, no. Get window list. I mean, that's probably fine. Delete sub window, no. Create sub window, interesting. I'm assuming like create sub window gives you the ID of the new window that you just created. Oh, that's interesting. You can create a sub window with a different VSync mode. I don't know why you would want that, but that seems interesting. Seems interesting. Screen get size. That's what I'm using, right? Screen get size, yeah. Window, get window get size. We don't want window get size. We want window get current screen. I'm assuming Windows 0 is just our main screen. That's probably okay. Display server set size is equal to this thing. Then display server window set full screen. There's a window mode. I can see that. Window mode. Oh, is that it? All right. I guess we're not gonna jump. That's okay. I didn't need to jump anyways. Window set mode. Okay, and then there are the various window modes there. So this is window set mode. So that's display server full screen. And then we'll just do it on the current window, I suppose, since that should be the only window, I hope. Oh, okay, that looks nice. It also like, oh, it takes a little bit for OBS to pick it up as well. I'm noticing a little bit of tearing. Oh geez. You know what? I probably should not be doing full screen because that's probably like killing OBS. Now that I'm thinking about it. It should be like maximized, but how do I do like borderless full screen? Let's see. We can look for it. Where are the window flags? Borderless. Is there like a borderless? Window flag borderless. Okay. Neat. Window flags. So that was like Windows set flag, I think. So we can do display server window set flag. Here's borderless. True. That should be fine. Send it. Huh. I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. And we can... Oh, interesting. So even though it should be showing my mouse, it's not. But you can see it, well, at least you can see my mouse. I actually cannot see my mouse. I can only see my mouse on the preview window. Interesting. Kill that. So what happens if I do borderless full screen? No, it still kind of kills. Wait. So windowed full screen? No, I still can't see my mouse. I wonder what's going on with OBS. Like, why is it taking so long to show the new stuff? Window set mode. Set window mode for the given window to mode. See window mode for possible values and how each mode behaves. Setting the window to full screen sets borderless flag to true. To make sure to set it to back to false when not wanted. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so full screen like does this automatically for me then. So what are the other modes then? Window mode, full screen. It's not exclusive full screen. On Windows and Linux, a borderless window is used to emulate full screen. On Mac OS, a new desktop is used to display the running project. Regardless of the platform, enabling full screen will change the window size to match the monitor size. Therefore, make sure your project supports multiple resolutions when enabling full screen mode. What does maximize do? What's the difference between that and maximized? Window mode maximize. Like, shouldn't this be borderless? Isn't that like what that means, or no? Am I being weird? I don't know. I guess I can just resize it, I suppose. So I don't even do any of this. We can just do DisplayServer. Wait, I'm already doing set size, right? And then, oh, then it sets it like all the way over here. Is it not using the correct resolution? Or is it, no. Like it should be, yeah, high DPI mode. How do I set the position then? If I wanted to display in the middle. So that's window set position. So that needs to be based off of the size. Okay. Bar. Screen size. I think that was, what was that? So there's, oh, it's a vector 2i. What is a vector 2i? Used for 2D math using integer coordinates. Oh, interesting. I remember seeing references to that in the code, but that's neat. Is equal to display server screen get size for the current screen. Why not? So this will be screen size divided by probably like 1.5. Don't want it to be like super duper big. Okay, so then we still need to, yeah. Still need to smooth it over. Display server, window, set position is equal to screen size divided by 2. Although, I don't think that's correct. I think this is correct because screen size is a vector 2i, which are integers. Oh, hello, Kratos. How are you doing today? Just playing with Godot 4. Playing with it a little bit. Still trying to figure out how to get it to like position itself correctly. I don't know. Set position. This is looking for a vector 2i, so we can just pass in like a vector 2i 0. So far, I can report that it feels all right. Oh, what the heck? It full screened itself, but I wasn't expecting that. All right, see, that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable. I didn't change anything. But now this full screens itself correctly, and then we're also not getting any like weird capture bugs either. I'm not sure what I changed. Weird. But yeah, this is Godot 4. It looks alright. I mean, that skybox looks pretty bad, but that's also because the skybox is only, I think the skybox is 64 by 64. It's a 64 by 64 image, so it's very basic. Also, check this out. Whoa. Whoa. My favorite part about first-person controllers and third-person controllers is if you don't clamp the position, you can look all the way up and then all the way back down. Let's turn off auto exposure. SDFGI is on. Screen space, ambient occlusion, I don't know, why not? Just send all of it, dude. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, the lack of lights is pretty suspect, for sure. Get really close to the light, clip through the wall. How nice. I wonder if, is this working like that? No? That's so weird. Why does this full screen it? Yeah, what the heck? I wonder if that's a bug. That logic doesn't make a ton of sense. But okay, I'll let you do it. Yeah, here is the player, which is right now just absolutely nothing. Although you can see that we have something kind of cool here, which is the, I guess, the player camera, which has different nodes for controlling yaw, pitch. This will be used for roll, the camera 3D. And then we have a left mount and right mount, which allows me to, you know, just kind of attach things at will. So at runtime, what this will look like is, we go back here, you can see that we just have a player entity with just a, you know, a pistol, one of these things. Capture my mouse again, and then it's placed in the correct place. 2 a.m. here and 4 hours of work left. I'm very sleepy, but fortunately it's nothing to do at the moment, so I can watch streams. Oh baby, I'm glad that you have put me on the list of streams to watch. Although I can't say that I'm really doing anything all that interesting except like just kind of playing around with Godot 4. I'm wanting to see if I can get some like cool lighting, but I'm not sure how to do that. Because I don't have any fancy materials. Like, I guess what I could do is just go to Sketchfab. Let's just go to Sketchfab and see if we can find some stuff. Let's find a free model, I guess, Sketchfab. Godot streams are always interesting. No, you. Hey, these are all lampy. These are lampy sprites. Oh no, are these the ones that I saved? Give me a good model that I can just drop into here. Retro television, that looks fantastic. Old 80s, this is CC with attribution, that's fine. Get downloaded, sun. That's an OBJ. It's okay. It's only 15 megs. Probably not optimized for games, but let's drop it in there and see how much it breaks. Oh no, it's my downloads. Look, there's Ken shape. Extract to retro television. I'll grab this, slap it over here. What was in here actually? Oh no. Does that mean I need to put all these together again? Oh geez. So how does this work? So if I go to placeholders, retro television, source, there's your model.obj. It does mean I need to put this together again. What a pain. So we go to, please let me create a mesh instance 3D. You can just drag, click and drag, easy. Yeah, so there's your unmodeled thingy, or I guess your unskinned. That's tough. That's tough. We can figure this out though, because they have very generously like named this in a very reasonable way. So this has two surfaces. I can't use this. It's not game ready. Or it might be. I don't know. Standard material. Let's see if we can make this work. So base color is probably your albedo. So welcome to the squad. Metallic is probably this one. Welcome to the squad. Roughness. Nope. Base color is actually probably just the base color. I don't know why it's stored as like a separate OBJ file. But I'm also not seeing any mapping happening because that was the texture. Was it not? Maybe that should have been on resource too. So we create a new standard material. Just kind of slap this on. Okay, cool. Now it looks really bad. What was surface 1 then? Is surface 1 just the base color? So like surface 1 and surface 2, don't know. Like this is, I guess surface 2 is like the actual things that are displayed. What's normal? The opacity and roughness. Oh, there's a screen and then there's a TV. I wasn't even reading it. Okay, so this is the TV stuff. Okay, so TV is surface 2, the screen is surface 1. So TV screen base color is probably the albedo. Metallic is the metallic. Roughness is the roughness. And then that's all there is for material 1. Cool. Material 2, I think I got that stuff correct. There's the normal map. Turn that on. Slap the texture onto there. Opacity. What? Which one of these is opacity? And then there's roughness. Roughness. Can't really tell a difference, but I guess it's pretty good. What's opacity? What corresponds to opacity in Godot? Is it? No, it's not transparency. And probably not detail. Probably not sampling. It's probably not emission, but we can try. That's the only other thing. So get ready. Oh, yeah, nope, not that. I can tell you that 100%. Say goodbye. I don't know. Opacity? It's not transparency because there's nothing for me to like slap into there. What is opacity? None of these are. Oh, what's anisotropy? Anisotropy. Anisotropy in physics is the quality of exhibiting properties with different values when measured across axes in different directions. Anisotropy is most easily observed in single crystals of solid elements. What? It's probably a material which allows you to change or assume different properties in different directions as opposed to isotropy. Sure. Example, anisotropy is light coming through a polarizer. Another is wood, which is easier to split across its grain than across it. Oh, okay. We're learning stuff. I did not know that's what the anisotropy meant. I'm pretty sure it's not clear coat, but we can give this a try. It's the last thing. It's probably okay. I mean, that looks pretty good. Look at that. I don't know if that's really visible on stream, but you can even see like a kind of a smudge on the screen. That's this is actually like a really sick model. All right. So anyways, we're gonna save this. So we'll call this retro TV. I've never had a TV like this. I was a little too young to was a little too young for this generation of stuff. Actually, these are placeholders. Placeholders. Retro TV. Give that a save. And we can just place this into the scene and, you know, maybe we'll see how it looks. Props. So, retro TV. Oh, geez, it's huge. That's a chonker, dude. How do I make it smaller? It's so large. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. Wow, I fell asleep for 5 minutes. I'm glad my content is boring enough for you to fall asleep to. I take no offense. Just know that you've made an enemy for life. I feel like I say that a lot. One of these days, someone's actually gonna get like really offended. I mean, that's a floating TV right there. Oh, there's no textures on it. Also, it's very dark in this room. Why aren't there any textures? Did something break? I feel like that should have worked. Hey. So if I just view this by itself. So if I do... We just add a camera to this, right? Camera 3D. Just kind of right here. Current. Run the current scene. I want to look at it. Oh, there is no texture on it. Why is that? So it displays correctly here. Did I do something wrong with the texture? Is it like the clear coat? It's not your stream, I'm just asleep. I want to teleport in my bed. No, it's okay. You don't need to massage my ego. I'm already offended enough. I'm not actually offended, but imagine if I was. I wonder if these resources need to be made unique. And then albedo, like this should be unique. Or these should all be unique, right? Like at least they should have some color attached to them. Oh geez. So you preview this, I mean that's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Sampo. Why is this not importing then? Hey, am I looking at the wrong thing? Is that it? Look, I'm clicking on this. Hey. No, this is the stuff that I... Yeah, this is the stuff that I was messing with. Hey? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's some sort of texturing workflow here that I'm missing. I thought this is how this worked though. So you make these unique. That shouldn't do anything, I think. Make that unique, why not? There's your albedo. Just give that a run and we'll go back to here. It's still like ultra untextured. Are there any logs? For whatever reason, in Godot 4, I don't get the standard debug console anymore. So I'm not sure. That is a TB though. Alright, well, we tried. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get another drink. It is a Friday night after all. Hello, I'm back. Let's just forget the retro TV for now. Okay, that was creepy. Was it? Want to see something even creepier? Check this out. Or check this out. No, check this one out. So we'll load in this one. All right, ignore that. Just wiggle. For some reason, the model loads in kind of like offset. Well, I know it's not for some reason. I know exactly the reason why the model loads in offset. So like it teleports instantaneously, which causes the hair to clip into its own body. But check this out. If we even just move this up by like twice, check this out. Right? That's okay. We're able to turn a lot, which is why I usually turn it down. But then if we do one of these, oh geez. Hello. How are you today? Does this bother you? Does this bother you? Is this weird? Also, the hair keeps clipping into itself. And then, like these are the raw values that I get back from the face tracker. Oh, geez. Where am I? I've completely lost track. I think 1 is already like pretty demonic. It's demonic enough, but it gives me enough control over the model to still be able to do this. Let's just do this from now on. We'll just twist all the way around whenever I look at my side monitor. Sometimes the hair clips into itself. You know what? The hair clipping does kind of bother me though, I'm not gonna lie. Bring me over to Alicia. At least Alicia doesn't have like as long hair. So 2. Oh, actually, Alicia is much better rigged, I guess. That's pretty good. I'm having fun. Alright. Oh, geez. The up and down motion is a bit suspect. For sure. Wee. Hold on. Recenter yourself. I think I'm centered. Yeah, there we go. Hello. 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 Anyways. Let's get back to it. Let's set this to 1. I guess 1 is probably good enough. 1.5. Yeah, there we go. Let's start making enemies. Like, not like enemies in real life, but like enemies for me to shoot. Not in real life, but like in the game. Yeah. So there's this is also like the pistol. I realize this is not like photo accurate, you might have noticed, because it is very blocky. Pistols don't actually look like this, but also there is no iron sight at the very top or at the back, so there is no front post or back post. That's okay though. But we can create other things, such as to entities, units. So this is just the base unit. Let's just create a test enemy, right? Or we'll call it a chaser. Chasers are pretty good. All they'll do is just run at the player. I think that's pretty easy to understand. Enemies. Let's see, we'll call this chaser. Besides, maybe I never saw a real pistol, so that looks totally fine to me. Found the non-American, I guess. I suppose you could be an American actually still, but you're probably not a Southerner. I've worked with I've fired a fair amount of weaponry in my time. I've never shot like an automatic weapon though. I would like to try that once. But let me tell you, I think the biggest thing about guns that gets me almost every single time is like how heavy guns are, right? Like I guess you don't really expect it, right? But when you like, there's more to guns than just like you know, picking it up and, you know, pointing it at something, obviously, but you know, it's like even just picking it up and then not dropping it can be kind of hard, right? Like you see videos of like, oh, like look at this person, they like fired a gun and like dropped it immediately when they discharged it. But actually, like they're heavy. They're heavier than you think, and they have way more kick than you think they do. Well, depending on how much kick you think they have, right? Like when I was like 16-ish, well, no, when I was 16-ish, I fired a few pistols. But when I was like 14 or 13, went it's called skeet shooting. I think skeet shooting is an Olympic event, isn't it? Is skeet shooting in the Olympics? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure skeet shooting is I think it was in the Olympics. Was it? There's air rifle. Yeah, and then there was skeet shooting, yeah. But I did skeet shooting when I was like 13 or 14. I don't know when, but I was pretty small at the time. I was about the same height I was now, but like 20 or 30 pounds lighter, because I just had no muscle on me. And let me tell you, that is tough. Like, and it was only like a 20 gauge as well. But like having to track something with your eyes and then also like squeeze off like 2 shots, that's tough. That's tough. Because one, there's like the kick, and then 2, you need to like also remember to not rack the gun. You pump a new shell in. I guess you are kind of racking the gun. And then like align yourself for the next shot. And at the time I was like, every shot would just kind of like blow me like slightly backwards. So I'd kind of rock a little bit and just freak everyone out. Live in Germany, I'd like to test shoot a gun one day. I don't care what gun, but I guess the only way to achieve this in Germany is by joining the military. The Bunda something. I think it's the Bunda something. I don't remember. I read it before. Bundeswehr, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce it actually. All I remember is it starts with Bund. And how do you pronounce it? Bundeswehr? Bundeswehr? Bundeswehr. That's pretty close. But I don't know. Not too sure about gun laws in other countries, to be honest. I'm not sure what the... I know it, like, at least in the US, you can go to a gun range and then just try out shooting a gun. Like, you don't even need to have a license to shoot, at least in the South. And then, like, a lot of places in, like, the American Midwest. I don't know, and I guess, like, other places that are slightly more strict about the entire gun thing. Right. Let's see. What's an ORM shader? That looks pretty good. I don't know what an ORM shader is though. Looks about the same. What's the difference between this and like a regular shader then? ORM material and standard material. So that's a standard material. Here's an ORM material. ORM. Still not sure. What's an ORM material? ORM material, sure. Oh, thank you. Completely useless. Cancel. Alright, let's just use a standard material since I'm pretty sure that's the one that maps almost directly back to just regular stuff. Or Godot 3 stuff, which is what I'm more familiar with. Yeah, actually, you know, in like the South, I know kind of like a surprising amount of people that have licenses to own automatic weapons. Like, it's one of those things, like, in the US, automatic weapons were made illegal in 1971? Question mark? Might be in the 80s as well. But you can still get a license as long as you go through, like, a background check. I was like, alright, I guess not too many people must have that license, right? Because you have to, like, it's a long, multi-year process. But ever since, like, you know, lockdown and all that, was talking to some people and they're like, yeah. Like, I have an automatic weapons license. I said, what? How many people have automatic weapons licenses here? That's crazy. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess if you're in the military, it might make more sense. I get it. But, like my dad's neighbor is like, yeah, just has an automatic weapons license. Just like that. Oh. What do you know? Well. Or like the realtor who sold me my current place. He's like, yeah, I just have an automatic weapons license. All right, well, makes sense to me. I think the U in German is very hard for native English speakers. You pronounce it like two O's in English, like boo, Bundeswehr. Apologize. I can pronounce things in Spanish pretty well because Spanish is phonetic. So you just pronounce it like you think it's spelled. Bundeswehr. Thank you, thank you. Ferdischwan. That's a good one. So let's add a area 3D, and we'll add a collision shape 3D. I think I tried doing the very basics of studying German before, at least on Duolingo, which, to be fair, isn't great, but I don't know. Seemed okay to me. I just need to put in more time, but I'm already learning other a few other things, and also just trying to keep my Spanish up to date as well. Because I can read all right. I can't speak very well, but if you read it like, hey, like I need you to read this article and like summarize it to me in like, you have 30 minutes. Yeah, I can do that. Easy. I read very quickly. Anything that has grammar that's, I guess, comparable to English, I can figure it out. Like I say, actually like Japanese, once you get used to the fact that everything is backwards, more or less. Like Japanese grammar is pretty easy. Japanese grammar is pretty easy. Chinese grammar, a bit harder. Spanish grammar is a joke. Besides like all the tenses, but you know, I suppose I shouldn't say the English grammar is pretty hard in comparison to Spanish. Alright, so this is your chaser. We'll add you to this screen. Why is this screen so bright, by the way? Shouldn't this be like way darker if it's using the default environment that I set for it? Or no, is that not how that works? Hey. I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm also not sure what most of these options do. This is why you need like an environment artist. I don't know if it's sticking out yet or not, but I'm not really much of an artist. Don't really know what I'm doing. Like, do I know how to do 3D modeling? Yes, kind of. Would I want to do all the 3D models for my games? No, absolutely not. I think the most I would want to do is like, I don't know, like I can generate like really quick, you know, mock-ups, I guess. But I don't know. Just creating textures is not my thing. I find it to be like just a huge pain. That's enough ranting from me. There's not really any lights to go with these. Or yeah, there's not any objects to go with these, so they just kind of like exist in space. Yeah, that seems kind of weird, but that's okay. You can expand it. I wonder if I just expand it, but it decreased the power. So that's an omni light range. Sure. What's attenuation? Yeah. It's a good description. Can't read most of it, but that's all right. Lights, color, projector. What is a projector? If I quick load an image onto it, what happens? I don't know what that means. Sure. Oh, are we crashing? I feel like I can kind of see like the ghost of an image here. Or the ghost of a light. Doesn't it look like there's a light here? Or no? Yeah, it looks like there's a light here, but I'm not sure. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's not outside. As far as I know, there's absolutely no legal use or carry gun in Germany. There are gun licenses, but even that, only the possession is allowed, not to take them with you in public. I have a katana. If I could take that with me in public, places that would arrest me, I guess. My English is so bad. No, that was proper English. You write better than some people. You write better than some people here, who are, I guess, born in the, or I guess English as a native speaker, or they're native speakers. Sorry. It was a run-on sentence, but that's okay. At least run-on sentences are readable. What is this? Projector texture only works with shadows enabled. Shadows. Oh, okay. What does this do? So I project like this weird skybox? No, we project. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. I mean, it's pretty weird. I I'm into it. It's just the Godot icon. Oh, and it lets you cast shadows, whereas this one doesn't have any shadows. Interesting. Look at that. That's cool. The almighty Godot icon, yeah. That looks pretty good. I mean, this is just like a floating gun since there is no mesh associated, but okay. Cool. So these are just like environmental lights if you wanted like to light something up. I'm assuming that this has more of a runtime cost since it has like a shadow associated with it. And also just kind of exists in space. Cool. I'm still trying to figure out how to make the environment darker. But I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else I can do with these options on the right here. Yeah. I suppose I could increase the amount of volumetric fog. Like if I just make it way more dense. Like what if I just make it, probably not 1, that's probably a bad idea. Ooh, 0.5. Emission energy, I don't know what that means. Length. I don't know. Send me. Oh. This looks pretty good. Look at that. This is the exact kind of vibe that I want. Although it does make like the light very obvious. And oh geez. This is, yeah, you know what? This is kind of the vibe I want for my game. If I were to make it like a 3D game. I'm almost like already lost. This is cool. I like the ambiance of just walking through like heavy fog. And we just continue this way. The idea that I had for a game, by the way, and just notice as we're able to walk off the platform. How do you get the names of the Twitch chatters for the overlay? There's a Twitch API for that. Or it's not the Twitch API. This is actually pretty sick. But I think... Well, Godot 3 doesn't have volumetric fog, I think. But I think you can do almost the same thing with that fog effect. Although this is... I don't know. It's almost like unnerving, I guess. Mostly because it's like an empty expanse out here. Let me see. It's something in the Twitch API, so I can actually show you since we're not really doing any heavy development, right? So we go to friendly potato stream, which is my own overlay thing. So we go to utils, surface integrations, Twitch integration. Slap that into here. You can take a look as well. But there's a thing somewhere. Chat data. Let me see. Add message to chat history. I remember that this API, I designed it in like a really roundabout way, which is why I need to rewrite it at some points. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so each Twitch chat message is like an IRC message almost. So we just kind of, you know, you take the message, find it, substring it, and there you go. It's just that easy, baby. I don't remember how it works. It's been a while, but this is my implementation of it, I guess. I'm kind of wondering, what the heck did I do here? So your stripped message, strip the preceding, yeah, then that's your stripped message. And then I pass along your stripped message along with the stripped user, which is included inside of your stripped message. Hey, that doesn't seem right. No, your user is part of, okay. I don't remember. It's somewhere here. If you're interested, you can always take a look. I wrote it. I think I also wrote this on stream as well, but those VODs are lost to time. So good luck on finding them again, I guess. That was in the but 4 times before I actually started saving my VODs. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, thank you. No problem, no problem. So let's add, I don't know, just a chaser. Chaser? Where are you at? Oh, this is a very large lad. So there's no AI attached to it right now, but they will just like kind of hang out. I'm pretty sure though the gravity isn't quite working though. Although I wonder, I mean, they should be inheriting from the same scripts. So chaser extends unit. Unit just has the one physics process thing, delta, which just applies gravity to everything. Not too bad. All right. I'm also using some of the defaults because when you create a new character body 3D and attach a script to it, there is just a built-in template for it, which is kind of neat now. So you no longer have to just find a basic tutorial anymore. You can just use the template that Godot provides for you. How neat. Let's see, let's start hooking stuff up. So this has a detection thingy. On ready. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that's on ready. Var detection. So that is some sort of area 3D. One of these. So function ready. So we'll call base ready, right? So this is super ready. I think that's okay. Yes. It does appear like there's a parser error where it doesn't quite filter out your current class, because you can see whenever I save, I get a parser error. You know, class chaser hides a global script class, but that global script class is my own chaser class. So, you know, bug number 1. It seems like there's a lot of bugs in GT 2.0. There are like lots of cool things as well. And my favorite part is the ability to have lambda functions, which like this is pretty sick. And then I'm thinking, you can see here, lambda functions are static functions by default, but you can just pass in, you know, a reference to the calling class like that, since lambda functions can capture the scope that you're in, which is neat. So here you can see that I'm capturing just the entirety of this script and then passing it in as a parameter here. It's a bit weird. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I need to pass in states here as well for the FSM, but I haven't implemented that anyways. I've done that a few times for 3D projects, but I feel like my opinions on how to implement an FSM change pretty often. Let's see, detection. So we can do detection, connect. I don't know. What do you got? What do you got? I don't know. Area 3D, area 40, 3D. For someone who started programming with Java and then used C# for a very long time, it was a very big change to just use var. I still have problems with this implicit type assignment. I always want to give it a type. You are the first one I see that use explicit type for nearly every variable. That's true. Because I also started with Java. Actually, no, that's not true. I started with Python 2 way back when I was in high school. But then I, you know, was like, man, I wish I knew what these variables were. And then I learned Java kind of when I was still in school, and I was like, wow, this is pretty sick. Now I don't need to guess. Now I just know. And then, you know, pretty much everyone in Godot doesn't use explicit types. But apparently, according to I guess at least the news updates, not the news updates, but I guess the development updates for Godot, right? Static typing will give you a speed boost, so that's pretty sick. Because I think the interpreter is a bit more advanced this time around. Like using static typing in Godot 3 won't give you a speed boost. Also, check this out. Look at that. Very Python style. Python 3 style, I should say. But yeah, Godot 3 static typing doesn't give you a speed boost. It does just help with linting. But static typing in Godot 4 should give you a speed boost, I think. I'm not sure if that's actually implemented or not. But, you know, a boy can dream. So let's see, what are we doing? This is probably though. Well, one, static typing giving a speed boost. I'm excited. I stand by static typing. It's actually kind of weird, right? Like my dad actually does not like static typing, even though he was for like most of his career he was like an embedded systems guy, so a lot of C, a lot of C++. And then he was a Java guy for a while as well. Actually, can I give this? Can I do that? Is that valid in Godot 4? No, I didn't think so. Hold on. But yeah, my dad does not like static typing. Yeah, like he is like 100%, like whenever he works in TypeScript, but like he's one of those guys that just does like, all right, this is everything's in any type now. I hope you like any. Right. I suppose he was also the guy with like with embedded system stuff, he would be like, yeah, here's a pointer. Have fun. Figure it out, I guess. Good luck. You know, God help your soul, etc. I don't know. I feel like the readability of it, well, I think there's layers to it, right? Because he's not like a native English speaker and or reader, whereas like I read things like fairly fast. Not just fairly fast, I read things like very fast. Very good at that. So like having more text to read doesn't really bother me. Mostly because like I kind of have my own system for like reading code, right? It's like when I see something like this, I'm like, all right, this is the ready function. Scan through it, don't really read much of it unless we're like see like a big block. If everything's just one big block, then I just ignore it. You know, look for anything important, which is kind of my approach to all code, really. Which is why I'm also like pretty bad at I guess like academic reading. Like if you give me a textbook and you're like, yeah, read like chapters 1 and 2, I'm like I'll remember the titles of the chapters, and then everything else is just gonna be a blur, right? But I will read like the types. If there's a type that doesn't look correct to me, like this is gonna trip me up for a while, right? Like the new vector 2i type, I'm like, What the heck is that? Oh. Until I get it into my head, it's like, oh, it's just a vector 2. A vector 2 integer, I should say. I hate pointers. Well, let me tell you. That's actually something I patched into my own fork of Godot. Not just now, but like recently. Vector 2i? Please not. Check this out. So I got spouts. If you're using Windows, you might be familiar with spouts. Spout is a... Oh, you're probably still not familiar with... Even if you use Windows, you're probably not familiar with spout, but it allows you to send graphics data to other applications over your GPU, which is really, really fast. So I patched Godot just to like give you back this stuff. So these are all just like weird pointer thingies, pointers to pointers. Not too hard, but it was kind of hard to figure out. Yeah, I think I get pointers now. It took me a while though, since I wasn't like, I guess, educated in pointers. Yeah, vector 2i. I think it's a good thing though, vector 2i, because originally, right, where normally vectors are, in Godot 3, vectors are always like floats. So like a vector 2 is a float and a float, but now you have the option of just having, you know, this is a vector of 2 integers instead, which is kind of nice. Because now you can guarantee that you'll always be getting an integer. Whereas, like, if you just use floats, you'll eventually run into a rounding error. Man, I'm watching my body on the OBS preview. Whenever I take a drink, I just kind of like lean back, and then the model very demonically just kind of like leap. So it's a vector 2 int in Unity? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's not an imaginary number. Not an imaginary number. Although you could probably patch that in if you wanted to. Alright, this doesn't actually have a super, but we might as well just super it. Super ready. Chaser super ready. Oh, what the heck? Look at that. It has different zoom levels depending on which thing you're looking at, I think. Wait, no. Yeah. Wait, no. Oh no, it's a glitch. Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, did it just give me like a different zoom level between player and chaser? But no, it just took a little while to update. But this should be, let's see. Now add to group, at manager, groups, groups, player, just to make it easy. I prefer to do everything via code. I fall more on the idea that you should try to lean on configuration either being all like visual or all via code. If you mix the two, it's gonna get very confusing, in my opinion. Or at least you should try to keep everything in like one place, right? So like have some configuration be via, have as much configuration be either via code or via editor as much as you can. If you mix the two, then you're gonna be like, I don't know, like where did I set it here? Did I set it here on the right? I don't know. Add to group at manager groups enemy. There we go. And then detection, we can check to see if body is in group at manager groups player. Then we'll do detected units append body. And detected units has body. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Pretty sick lambda, if I do say so myself. I think it really does help to clean up a lot of code. I think there is still a case to be made for having like a completely separate like connection function, but for a lot of these like helper or yeah, like these very short functions, this is what's really nice. Is in group, not manager, groups, player, and we'll do detected units, erase, body. There we go. Sick. So in physics process, I think it's a bit weird how they changed input events. So now you have a camera, event, position, normal, and shape index. I'm not sure what that means, or that might just be one of the built-in virtual functions. Although I thought, oh yeah, input events on a physics body is different. Never mind, ignore me. Clearly don't know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. So if detected units, size, or is it length? What is it called? Size. Oh, size. Yeah. Greater than 0. Then we'll just take the first one. The logic is kind of bad, but we'll fix it later. I guess there's only the one player for now, but to do, might want to order the detected units by distance. So, and then I do have stuff set up to handle like finite state machine stuff. Something that I just seem to be ranting a lot now, but like whenever I look at tutorials, all these tutorials tend to be like super complicated in doing like, oh, okay, here's like a transition, and then you'll need to like create new state machines for all like your classes and whatever. I'm like, why not just have something like this, where it's just like, here's your on enter, here's your run, here's your on exit, and then your state machine like doesn't care about what the states are. All it does, it runs stuff, it runs a state, runs your next state, runs your next state transitions automatically. I mean, that's pretty much all you need. But when I was looking in like the Godot Discord, it was like, oh no, like tons of people just asking like state machine questions and like advanced, even though that's not an advanced question. I'm like, actually, to continue ranting, even though I know I shouldn't. It feels like most of the questions in the Godot Discord aren't really like, they're not really like hard questions at all. It's like the beginner questions are just like, how do I follow a tutorial? Like, and they're like the advanced questions, because there's like a beginner channel and an advanced channel, right? And so like most of the beginner questions are just like basic, like how do I write code questions, which is that's fine, I guess. But then all the questions in advanced are like, how do I, how do I create like a texture only via GD script? I'm like, what are you talking about? That's the easiest thing possible. This isn't advanced whatsoever. Please, stop burying my questions. Which are like, how do I expose like OpenGL handles from Godot? Because there's no like engine modules channel. That's just me being salty again, though. Gotta cool it on the salt. Units. We can take this stuff out. So say goodbye. This will only be this stuff. Chaser. We'll have var. Let's see. I guess these should actually be set at this level, I guess. So var move speed, some sort of float. Var jump speed. Not everything can jump, but that's okay. This will start throwing an error now, because now these need to be set somewhere else, such as here. So move speed is equal to 5.0. Jump speed is equal to 4.5. There we go. Here, we'll do move speed is equal to, we'll call it 3. Why not? Jump speed, also 3. Getting a lot of parse errors as well. And you know what? I'm gonna use the restroom really quick. BRB. Hello, I'm back. So we just need this to like move in the direction of wherever we are, right? What does move toward do? Is this a built-in? Move toward. Move toward. Toward. Float move toward. Moves from toward to. Moves from toward to by the delta value. Use a negative delta value to move away. Oh, it's like a lerp, I guess. Interesting. So if detected units is greater than 0, then we'll just take the first one, and then we'll do var position is equal to detected units, whatever the first one is, dot global transform dot origin. One of these. Oh, that's actually a vector 3. Sorry. And then here we'll do motion velocity. So that's something else that's changed in Godot 4. Is that now there's just like a built-in motion velocity, and then you just kind of call move and slide by itself, which is almost like counterintuitive, but I guess that's like just another thing that how they're wrapping more and more functions for you. So that's all right with me, I guess. I love how much this model just like wiggles. It's starting to like hurt my eyes though to watch it. I'll acknowledge that. Let's turn it down. Alright, this is more normal. More normal, not the most normal, just normal enough. What are we doing with this? So we don't actually have a direction, but we have a position times our move speed. And then we'll need to call, move, and slide. Does this take any other arguments, or is this just... Okay, so they've changed it almost entirely. Interesting. It uses the physics steps delta value automatically in calculations. Otherwise, the simulation will run at an incorrect speed. Modifies motion velocity if a slide collision occurred. Okay, yeah. So they've kind of like bundled a bunch of stuff in. And then returns true if the body collided. Otherwise, returns false. Okay, cool. That's actually like really neat. Let's give this a try. Ah, there's no ready. All right, hold on. Let's just give this a ready function, I guess. Why not? This ready function is just empty for now. We have 44 errors. That's good. Don't really know what's up with that. Ooh. What's going on? Hey. Are you not allowed to call super functions like that? Is that not how that works? Am I just not allowed to do this? So if I take this out and take this out, are we good? Or like what's happening? No, we're breaking somewhere else. But I'm not sure where my console is, so I don't really have like a frame of reference. Let's just give this another try and see if we're okay. What was this called? Stumbling in the dark? Alright, send me. I'm not sure where we're breaking now. Or is like... Is my stream about to crash? Is that what's about to happen? I hope not. That would be very uncool for sure. What did I change? Is there like a this is correct. That's all right. We can do. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah. If I just okay, so let's take out chaser. Maybe it has something to do with that. Okay, so something like with that. What a great looking texture. Okay. So what's up with that? Chaser. Can I just run the scene by itself? No, it breaks immediately. Why is that? Is it because of this? Like the static typing? It kind of freaks out? It must be that, right? Oh, it is the static typing. Interesting. So static typing is implemented in the linter, but it's not actually implemented for real. How bizarre. I don't really have... That doesn't seem correct, but I'll let you do it. I'll just drop him from the high heavens. I feel like I can see something, but not really. Now it's too dark. I'm not sure. Not sure where it is. Did I not drop it into here? Oh, let's drop you like right next to me. Where are we dropping, boys? Oh, he's moving away from me. Oh, he's moving away. It's not much of a chaser, more of a move awayer. I guess I need to move and slide in the negative position then, huh? Oh, he's fast. Ooh, I don't like that. What are you doing? Oh. What's up, buddy? How are you? Alright, see you later. Goodbye. Where'd you go? Was it accelerating? It shouldn't have been. I guess we can just set it to stop. So we do motion velocity is equal to... What the heck is motion velocity? Is that just a vector 3? So we can do something like that so it just doesn't move. Huh. What is that? What? Eh? So if I get in range of it, it's like... I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm doing something very wrong here. Is this not it? Like this one causes it to move away from me. Yeah, then it just runs away at full speed. Huh. I don't know. What's up, buddy? How are you? I see you're not feeling too great. I wonder if the positions I'm feeding into it are just wrong. Where am I? Can do a dusk thing, almost, where you can do a flip. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Is there like a move towards? So that should be your velocity. Oh, it's the position. I should not be doing position times move speed. I should be doing like direction 2, right? Like I need to get the direction to this position. So this is actually like super incorrect. That's why the calculation is so weird. So this should be like position is equal to position like angle to, where it should be like, how do I get my own position? It's still global transform, right? Origin angle to, is there another one? Signed angle to, sure, maybe. Move towards, oh, what does move towards do? No, this is a float. I don't want to float. Angle to position, and then we can just do that, maybe. Cannot assign a value of type floats to vector 3. Okay, that's fair. Bar angle, sure. Hold on. Player, oh no, my bag. When I was out running today, I was trying to avoid some people that were on the, it's not really the trail, but you know, just running, etc., etc. Stepped out into the grass and it just rained, by the way. Stepped onto the grass, slipped once, caught myself, still a little off balance, tried to keep running, slipped again, and I was just like, you know what, I'm about to fall. Let's just try to fall and not like break my back. And let me tell you, knocked all of the wind out of me for a little bit. So this is the direction, which is just our transform dot basis. And then this needs to be, doesn't this need to be normalized or no? Or did I accidentally like unnormalize this? Or is this already normalized? So that's that, and then we can just use our global transform basis times this, which should give us a vector 3, I think. And then that should be correct. Maybe, because that more or less matches up with what I'm expecting there. Maybe. No, let's give it a try. Moves away at super speed. That's good. So let's take the negative, I guess. The inverse, if you will. Doesn't really seem to be moving towards me though. What's up, bud? What is this? A transform basis, and then that's your input stuff. I guess I do need to normalize it, huh? Doesn't support that yet. Normalized. Which will give me a unit vector. Still not totally correct, but we'll keep the speed fairly constant. Okay. So what is this? This is a global transform. Sure. I have 6 errors. Delta is never used. That makes sense. Surprisingly stable. Surprisingly stable so far. But, transform basis. Oh, it needs to be reordered. Okay, I see, I see. So that's your position, and then var, I guess input position is equal to vector 3. This is global transform dot basis times vector 3. Vector 3, sorry. Having trouble typing at this point in time. Don't know why. Position Y. It's probably on account of my keyboard being real freaking weird. Of course, I don't actually have a number row. Alright, so they still run away from me at full speed. I would too, honestly. Considering that it's just like a floating gun. And I'm doing something very wrong here. I don't know what. I know how to do all of this in 2D. In 3D, it's a bit more suspect for sure. Oh, it's because I need to actually use the real input position. Sorry. What's up, bud? You okay? You feeling all right? He's not looking too good. He's not looking too good. So it's X and Z. Yeah. I'm using roughly the same calculation as in there. X and Z, X and Z. This is transform basis. I'm using just the global transform basis because I'm using the global transform origin. It shouldn't make a difference. Except that like it'll work on different scales, which is good. Need to move it around so I can actually tell what's going on. So I need to see which direction it starts to move. So it's always moving in that direction. That seems unlikely. What's up, bud? Or is it always moving away from me? That doesn't seem right. Oh, he's running. He's running. I'm catching up to you. Catching up to you. Where are you going? You're gonna keep going? I don't think so. Anyways, it's surprisingly stable. Godot 4, surprisingly stable. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me for today. I'm pretty out of it. My back really hurts after I like landed pretty hard on it after my run today. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today. I'll be live Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, working on something else. Or maybe this, I don't know. I'll do some work maybe tomorrow. After I create some more assets, etc., etc. I just need to make more assets. That's like the biggest thing for me, is like I'm lazy about making assets. But yeah. Hit the chat follow if you haven't already. There's the Discord. There's the GitHub. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Goodbye.